Hey guys, Nananki here, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today I'm playing as a soldier, initially with the direct hit, though later with the original rocket launcher. And I am playing on Frontier, with a map with the train instead of just a cart, and if you get in front of it when it is moving, it will kill you. But you can squeeze right by it as long as you don't actually make contact with it. But otherwise it'll eat you up like a heavy with a sandwich. Trying to use the direct hit, I'll tell you, I've got maybe about an hour of use with this weapon as of the beginning of this video, and I think I've kind of got it figured out. It seems like at long range, like where that heavy was, there's enough time to dodge it, even with as fast as it is, and the fact that, shooting at feet is kind of pointless means that you're not really going to get, any kind of blast radius damage. So you've got to really hit people directly or not at all, which, to my, thinking, makes it more of a medium range weapon. And yeah, like right there, as long as you can not touch the cart, you can squeeze right by it. Sniped again. Yeah, snipers, they take out soldiers pretty well. I even think, rocket jumping soldiers are pretty easy to shoot at. In fact, I make a kind of silly last-ditch effort to get at the snipers here momentarily by trying to do like quick little rocket jumps, because I'm currently using the gun boats. You can see why I'd call them boots though, because they're boots. But the gunboats to try to give myself a little bit of, 60% less self-explosive damage, so I can jump around a little bit more willy-nilly, especially since Ad tends to use the quick fix, who is playing medic here with me. And here he pops the quick fix, and as I said, trying to jump around. And I tried to pull out the marker gardener, but too late. I was of two minds about it. Initially, I was like, I'm just going to keep the rocket launcher out, just keep reloading and feeding rockets, and kind of had like a last-second thought, like, now's a good moment. No, there's Ad, getting that nice uber saw kill, 25% uber in the barrel. And yeah, the direct hit's good when you use it, properly, and I should have air shotted that guy. In fact, there's karma for you. I screwed up an air shot, and I get backstabbed. See, if I had just done that air shot perfectly, then I'd have turned around to face my next foe, and probably wouldn't have been backstabbed. So it just goes to show you, just perform perfectly with machine accuracy at all times, and you'll never lose. I think that's what everybody strives for, at least. The fact that there's always room for improvement in this game is, or any FPS for that matter, is why we play it so much. Especially this game has a huge margin of returning results for skill. And yeah, right here was my silliness. I was like, I'll just bunny hop at him. Yeah, that worked real well. He shot me and I blew myself up. Fantastic. So we're holding him at this pinch point pretty well. This little hallway that only has, the two, or well, I guess there's three paths. There's the left-hand side up the stairs that kind of overlooks the point. There's the primary path the train follows, and then there's the series of caves directly to the right of that. So there's, a little bit of variation there. It's not, as bad as some maps like Gold Rush, where you've got corners that are, a single 6-foot wide space, and everyone has to, pass in that space. So it's not that bad, but it's still kind of a spam fest. And right here, I just did not know where to run. I knew I was being shot from above. I kind of thought I could get around the corner, and I saw Ad dip into the stairwell, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll follow you. I've been jibbed. So red team held blue fairly easily, and in fact, on this particular server, it triggered. Oh, I love that jump. I'll interrupt myself for that. Like this, he clearly jumped that first rocket. The second one was, he stopped moving to the left. His left, my right. The first one, he clearly jumped it. That was sweet. So anyway, it triggered a team scramble, and me and Ad ended up on the same team, but almost everybody else that was on our team kicking so much ass ended up on the other team. And not to disparage our teammates, but I do believe me and Ad end up topping the board for points in this round, and in fact, as for the red team at least, I won't give away which team actually emerges victorious, but I love market gardener kills because they're so sweet, but that one just slightly off center. I'll blame it on the cart's forward motion. The heavy just did not turn around. Somehow Ad was able to hammer that guy, and I thought if I did enough rocket jumping, because Ad was quick fixing, he would be able to fly through the air and get out of their range, but it didn't work. I should have run more effectively. In fact, me popping us up in the air probably prevented him from running away as effectively as he could have otherwise. So, brilliant moves, Nananki. Good job. Way to kill your medic. I'm sure Ad was thinking, God damn it. I won't even try to get into his head. But the cart is now moving through fairly easily. They blew up our sentry gun at the top of those stairs, and where it used to be, there was a soldier to shoot me in the face with a rocket. So they got that first point, and our spawn moved back, and anytime you see anybody from your team coming the wrong direction and acting even the slightest bit sketchy, you know, shoot them. Just spy check constantly, everyone, for any reason, even just because they happen to be not shooting their weapon at that instant. And you know, anytime I'm you know, surrounded by enemies, I'm always going to try to go for the medic first if I can, unless killing, you know, someone with low health is a priority. I love this too, because this soldier clearly was unaware of me, and I'm like, miss. One more rocket, come on, dead center, he's not even moving, alright. I can hit immobile targets, fantastic. So, another quick fix, only this time a little bit too close, I think, to the fray. There was just too many people there and we got gunned down. But, you know, it happens, or at least I got gunned down. I was too close to that heavy for sure. The quick fix is good for what it is, but the 3x healing has limitations. Like, you can kind of walk into a level 3 sentry, but not really. And you can kind of walk into a heavy, but not at point-blank range. But you see, if I back off a little bit and get my heal, you know, 200 health full back, yeah, if I get my full health back up, then it's not a problem. Then I can kind of wade through my enemies and kill left and right and hope for the best. And, right. Speaking of hoping for the best, I'll hit that sniper. Ah, son of a... I was even a little surprised I died from the fall damage, but I didn't. I died from a single shot from the mini sentry. It just happened really quickly. So they are, again, pushing this cart, or train, up the hill. I got sniped there and took a kind of dangerous guess there and hoped no one would jump on the cart for the 2 seconds it took me to jump on it and use the face of it as a ledge to get past it because it was a little bit too close to that rock. If anybody had touched it during that moment, it would have immediately killed me, but because it's not mobile, it's not deadly. It only nom-noms when it's moving forward. And again, you know, people crammed up against a cart and like, oh good, easy pickings. Oh, nope, I'm easy pickings too. Yep, yeah, direct hit, really, really good against sentries. In fact, I would say that is its strong suit, is for soldiers who are, you know, really tired of dealing with sentries, and for soldiers who can airshot people, and that is not me at this particular junction. I feel like I've just started getting the hang of the lock and load, and this is an entirely different beast from the lock and load. I initially thought I could probably use it like the lock and load, but no. If I use it like the lock and load, I'm not being as effective as I should be. And besides that, everything about it is, you know, somewhat different than the lock and load, so it's not even a fair example. And there, that scout must have, you know, come around that corner right behind me, because I didn't see him when I turned around. I'm like 1 second later got shot in the back. But, you know, hey, that's what scouts are good at. Be fast and furious and unexpectable. I'll just make up words. It's okay. You can derive my meaning. It's almost a word. It's similar to a word that actually exists. And yeah, medic sighted, target acquired, must destroy. At that point, nothing else matters. You know, teleporter's a secondary concern, but compared to the medic, I always want to make sure the medic dies. There's nothing worse than having an Uber popped in your face. You know, it can turn the tables like nothing else can. There's not a class in the game that can have as big of an impact, and yet more missed air shots. I'm like, ah, damn it, I need to take more time and not fire, you know, at the refire rate of the rocket launcher. I need to actually aim my second shot, as opposed to just, you know, spamming in his direction, assuming that the first shot wasn't going to pop him up. Because I have, like, mixed results with that. Right there, I didn't see the mini sentry, and I was like, okay, I'll reload, I'll dip back around the corner, and I'll see it this time. Because there's fewer people. And that time I saw it. Of course, it takes me 3 damn shots to hit it. But, you know, it's a small target. It's a mini sentry, after all. It's a mini target. And somehow we still have this teleporter in this corner that's kind of helping us out. And I fail jump. Like, you know what, I don't need to jump and crouch. I have explosives. Careful application of high explosives can solve most problems, be it video game related or otherwise. And I had I don't know what I had here. I had nothing. I had to retreat to get health is what I had. I almost wanted to say I had a buff banner ready, but I don't even have the buff banner equipped at this stage of this round. It's after I die a few more times, and I think maybe then after that I switch off the direct hit, because the direct hit's fun, but when there started being big groups of them together, and I tried the Conqueror for a round and died with it fairly rapidly, and I thought to myself, you know, I really do like the buff banner. I should just switch to that. In fact, yeah, here you are. I'm using the Conqueror. And yeah, if you hold left mouse button down, or your fire button, and when you trigger it, you can, you know, prevent it from activating until you release the mouse button, so you don't have to wait through the whole song. And that rolling grenade, and one of the, I don't know, 9 demo men that were there got me with another grenade. It seemed like there was about 9 of them. So, you know, right there I was waiting to get healed, because Ad was right there, and then he hits it, and there's like literally like 17 people below me, and I'm pretty glad at this point I had the original rocket launcher, because that splash damage can really make a difference. And, you know, I kind of went on the best rampage I could. I saw there was a lot of them chasing me, but I kind of suspected I would have time to, you know, trigger this, and here is just epic fail. I didn't lead the medic properly, and then the crit rocket that I should have blown everybody to smithereens with, instead I shot straight into the floor. The game even gave me a crit rocket for my second rocket, so if I had just been on target, great things would have happened. We're going to forge forward, we're going to push through the psychological trauma that was that utter fail, and we're going to try to deliver anyway. And Ad has switched to the Kritzkrieg, which of course suits the greater blast radius damage of the normal rocket launcher better than the direct hit in the first place anyway, especially if you're fighting groups of enemies. And more than anything else, I want to get their teleporter down. I know it's got to be close, and you know, here's this heavy, and luckily for me, he's shooting everyone and no one, so no one really is his focus there. And there's the teleporter in the corner, but I see Ad is on the verge of a crit, so I'm like just waiting for his crits to be ready, and I'm like, alright, we're gonna kill all of these people. Oh, didn't kill him somehow, that's okay, one more shot. Oh my god, another heavy. I'm like, come on, okay, now I'll blow up the teleporter. Oh, nope, nope, now that we get a scout. Okay, good, another crit. Now I'll blow up the teleporter. Oh my god, another pyro. I'm like, good lord, I need to blow up this damn teleporter, but I can't load rockets fast enough. Like, can I stomp on it while I'm loading rockets? Anything to blow up this goddamn teleporter? But it's cool, because I've got a buff banner, and oh my good lord, there's the entirety of the enemy's team's fire directed straight at me at once. There was like 3 rockets and 3 heavies and all kinds of grenades, and yeah, that was pretty hardcore, I have to admit. You know, I was trying to like pull back at the last second. I was like, oh my lord. There's nothing to do about this, is there? But we've got less than a minute to go, and we've been holding them at the top of this hill for a really long time now. Even though at the capture of the previous point their spawn moves up, I have to say, you know, the high ground with explosive classes especially, you know, that gives you a pretty strong advantage. And that heavy is kind of singularly focused, and I go flying backwards. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Ad just got gunned down as well. I've got a buff banner ready, but we've got this other medic here, Nolchg, I guess is how you might pronounce that. And like I said, if you hold the button, you will hold the effect of the buff banner or the conqueror or whatever it is that you're utilizing. It seems like that sticky bomb trap just blew up my medic, and that lock and load shot blew me up. And he's got like a troll face on, like, oh, did you not see my grenade, Sonny? At least that's my interpretation of it. But time is up. They've got an Uber on the cart, which luckily for us does not actually push the cart, and that's the end of the round. And Ad is the #1 MVP. Like I always say, medics are the #1 MVP. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I do. Just exploding on the heavy. But anyway, thanks you so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Likes and comments are also appreciated, and I will catch you next time. Peace.